There's nothing more important to the future of our state or our nation than our children. And the challenge is, and always has been, getting high quality teachers and keeping them in the classroom so that our kids are prepared to go on to something after high school. Tech training or college, whatever they choose, and quality teachers like the ones we'll celebrate tonight are the kind of individuals we need more of.
They can be very proud of the profession they've chosen, and it's appreciated by an ever-growing number of people in the community.
My message to the award nominees would be congratulations, and in part two, thank you for representing all the great teaching that's done in this area. It's wonderful work.
All the nominees, thank you so much for the work you do in our educational system. We know you work tirelessly, and we just appreciate so everything you do.
Excited to have Dee here tonight to help us celebrate this night of education. So without further ado, please help me welcome Dee to the stage.
All right, thank you guys so much. I hope that you've had a great time so far. Have you guys been enjoying yourself? Yeah. I'd like to take a moment just to say thank you to Tucson Electric Power for hosting the reception tonight. Loved it. It was absolutely great. Yes, give them a round of applause. I also want to take a moment to thank all of you, those of you that have purchased a raffle ticket or bid on the silent auction items. We really appreciate your support. The winners of the silent auction are going to receive an email, so make sure that you check for that email before you leave, and the raffle winners are going to be announced at the end of tonight's event. So if you win, you'll be able to take your items home with you tonight before you leave. Now, the best part is all proceeds are from tonight. They're all going to go to the Southern Arizona teachers right through the Tucson Values Teachers Nonprofit Organization. So it's going to stay right here. TVT was established back in 2008 through a partnership of business and education leaders. And the Southern Arizona Leadership Council met with local school leaders to determine how business leadership could support their efforts and improve student success throughout the entire region. Now, superintendent said if they could attract, retain, and nurture effective teachers, everything else would just fall into place. So from that simple statement, Tucson Values Teachers was born. TVT works to elevate the teaching profession in Southern Arizona by empowering and celebrating pre through K teacher excellence through community engagement and investment. Now, they recognize the critical role that you as teachers play in student success and the vital influence that they have not only in the future of Tucson, but throughout our entire region. So, through their work, TVT celebrates and supports pre-K to 12th grade public, charter, and private school teachers throughout Pima, Cochise, and Santa Cruz counties. Now they support over 11,000 teachers by providing $100 gift cards for classrooms, supplies, and also grants up to $250 in scholarships for professional development, and awarding up to 500 mini grants for special classroom projects. It's really a great thing. TVT also provides $1,000 scholarships and a mentor for future teachers, and partners with local businesses to give teachers additional discounts as well. In addition, TVT programs also celebrate teachers by surprising them in their classroom with cash awards and a gift card for classroom supplies, and by celebrating and honoring teachers through the Raytheon Leaders of Education Award, which I'm excited to say we're actually going to be doing tonight. So TVT knows true impact takes collaboration. So tonight, they'd like to thank current partners who help them extend their reach. Tucson Value Teachers looks forward to educating the community on the amazing work that our teachers do, and will continue to find new ways to support and celebrate teachers. TVT knows that great teachers create successful students, which in turn fosters a prosperous community. At this time, I'd like to acknowledge the Tucson Values Teachers Board of Directors. So let's turn on the house lights, and please stand so that we can thank you for your commitment and dedication. And we'd also, yeah. Yeah, thanks guys. Thank you for all that you do. And we would also like to welcome Representative-elect Adalita Grijalva. Where are you at, Adalita? We thank you, Adalita, for everything that you've dedicated throughout the years at the Tucson Unified School District Board member and the strong support in education that you've helped out with. And we are recognizing you tonight. Also. And then also, we can't forget all the teachers, both past and present. Would you please stand? Are you a teacher? Yes. Yes. You guys are doing the good, hard work. We appreciate you. All right, now, in order to make a positive impact for our teachers, Tucson Values Teachers understands the value in involving all stakeholders. So we'd like to thank the following school districts for their investment and commitment to the work that we do in collaboration with these districts. Tucson Values Teachers keeps critical issues impacting teachers at the forefront and works to educate our community and find solutions to these issues. Now, we'd like to thank tonight's presenting sponsors, O'Reilly Chevrolet and Jim Click Automotive. You might not know this, but both O'Reilly Chevrolet and Jim Click Automotive have been longtime partners and very generous supporters of Tucson Values Teachers. And we want to thank all at O'Reilly Chevrolet and the Jim Click team members here this evening for their continued support. Thank you so much for all that you do. I'd like you guys to take a second and please watch this video with Mr. Jim Click. He's the president of Jim Click Automotive, and he'd like to share a few words with you.
Hi everybody, this is Jim Click, and I want to talk to all the teachers here today at Tucson Values Teachers Award Ceremony. When Rob Draper called me and said, it's Tucson teachers and Tucson Values Teachers, well, I want to tell you something. You're valued. You're appreciated. I can remember every teacher's name from first grade all the way through high school and most of my college professors. And I know a lot of students feel the same way about you. You are truly special. You're what make our economy what it is. You're teaching the future. So don't think your job's not important. You know it is. And please know that Tucson loves you. And Jim Click loves you too.
Now let's take a few moments to hear from Dr. Rob Draper, from the president of O'Reilly Chevrolet.
O'Reilly Chevrolet, we're celebrating our 102nd year in business this year. That's a long journey, and as a result, we really are part of the fabric of this community, I feel. 175 or so employees, hundreds of former employees, tens of thousands of customers, and so many community partners and relationships. Definitely want to recognize Jim Click. It makes the evening extra special that we're co-sponsoring the event with the Jim Click Automotive Group. Mr. Click is one of a kind. He's so inspirational to me in many, many ways. His business acumen, his civic engagement and leadership, his charitable giving, like without end. He actually won this award in 2012 single-handedly. So our company is proud to follow in those footsteps and join in the ranks of him and others who've won it. I really can't imagine that there's anyone else in the community who's done more in the way of leadership, inspiration, and personal giving than he has. Buck O'Reilly was one of the first people that Jim met when he came to Tucson in the 1970s. Buck introduced him, I think, to charitable giving, and coincidentally, I think that was in the form of getting involved with junior achievement, which of course is important to education. Buck jokes that he created a monster by doing that because no one can keep up with Jim when it comes to charitable giving. But I think, of course, he meant monster in a good way, like a monster hit or a monster home run. Jim has just done so much and gone above and beyond. I cherish my friendship with him, and I thank him so much for co-sponsoring this event and being part of it.
Thank you, Jim, and thank you, Rob, Jim Click Automotive, and O'Reilly Chevrolet for your commitment to educators in Arizona schools. Now, we're very thankful for the many businesses that have sponsored this event, and we'd like to thank our platinum sponsors right now. It's Helios Education Foundation, Thomas R. Brown Foundations, Raytheon and RTX Business, Tucson Electric Power, Arizona K-12 Center, MindPlay for your there you go, MindPlay for your deep commitment and support, and for supporting TBT. Thank you, guys. We'd also like to thank our gold sponsors, and that would be Southern Arizona Leadership Council, the Desert Diamond Casino, Pima Community College. Thank you. And then we'd also like to thank our bronze sponsors, and a big thank you all goes out to our silver, oh, actually, let me go back, excuse me. Our gold sponsors are going to be the University of Arizona College of Education and the University of Arizona's listed college and units. Thank you. Now we go to the silver and bronze sponsored. A big thank you also goes out to our silver and bronze, Hazen Enterprises and Mr. Car Wash, and our bronze sponsors, Prince 10, Tucson Federal Credit Union, and Teachers Change Brains. They do change brains. Thanks to our honor roll sponsors, which are Beach Fleischman and Hughes Federal Credit Union, Southwest Gas, Marianne Salzman, JP Morgan Chase, Infinity Insurance Agency, Southwest Hazard Control, the L Group, and Hulaua Companies. If I mispronounce that, I'm really sorry. And finally, our heartfelt thanks goes out to the many sponsors that have made it possible for tonight. Thank you for standing up for teachers. TBT is excited to introduce its newest program. It's called Lumia. Lumia is a digital platform that's created by teachers for teachers. So let's watch this video so we can learn a little bit more.
My name is Amy Laguerra. I've been teaching for 23 years in the Flowing Will School District.
My name's Danielle Schroeder. I've been teaching science for 23 years.
My name's Danielle Vanderlasky. This is my 21st year teaching.
I got involved with the development of Lumia as a teacher in a group of teachers and educators who were talking about what is it that we would like to see to help engage other educators in the Tucson and Southern Arizona area to help us, feel better about teaching and our professionalism, help us develop our professional profile and network with each other.
Got involved in the first design. I think it was here. We were all at a table, and I just got so excited because my vision, I didn't see this vision, and it was starting to come to fruition, and I just thought, wow, this is different than anything that's out there right now. Going to be so helpful for teachers, and especially working with all the other teachers and hearing their ideas and how it just came together. It was really exciting.
I think teachers like feeling connected to other teachers and to knowing you're not in this boat alone. And I think it's a great opportunity for teachers to have just that.
My name's Dylan Walker and I'm the platform developer. So Lumia is the one-stop shop for teachers online now. And so it's kind of a like a Swiss Army knife of tools for teachers online. The Swiss Army knife of tools that teachers can use really starts with their profile. So teachers sign up from their school, they put in their school email, and we auto-approve them into the platform if they're a partner district, or we verify that they're a teacher with active teaching credentials, and that keeps the platform reserved for teachers. They log in, they fill out their profile, they can add different details, what they're interested in, what they're experienced with, everything from classroom management to topic-specific subjects, all get saved on the profile. The dashboard becomes their home page for interacting with the platform, and then from there we have 4 main features that really kick off Lumia as a platform. The first is Discover. Discover is the content and collaborative sharing tool on Lumia. Then teachers can have discussion around that content, can share that content across the platform, and can also bring that content into their groups. So groups is the next feature on the Lumia platform. Groups are micro communities based on subject, interest topic that allows teachers to collaborate very specifically on that subject. The next feature on Lumia is Matchups. Matchups connects 2 peer teachers together based on a need. So a teacher will log into Lumia, they'll post their need, they'll describe what is going on in their teaching journey, and then that need will get presented to teachers that are most likely capable of helping with that need. The teachers then can swipe through those needs, whether they want to match or whether they don't feel that they are the right fit for that need, and they become matched. And then within that matchup, they can collaborate, they can share resources, they can chat. The last feature on the platform is Messages. Messages allows 2 or more teachers to chat in a private setting across the platform. They can share content within the platform, they can share different resources. Coming soon to Lumia is the resources section, where teachers can be connected with free resources from across the state, the nation, across the web. It'll provide an opportunity for teachers to get connected with the right contact, the right web page, or the right download so that they can get the support that they need. Because our biggest goal is keeping Lumia free for teachers, your support is critical. We are asking for those that are able to step up to the plate, to donate to the platform, and allow us to continue to not only develop features within the platform, but make sure it gets in the hands of all teachers in not only Southern Arizona, not only the state of Arizona, but potentially across the entire US.
My name is Teresa Hill, and I am the CEO of Tucson Values Teachers and founder of Lumia. I often in this position, I get people that say, well, what can we do to help? The one way that you can help is to support Lumia because it truly is going to make a difference in our teachers' lives. It is going to make it easier, more enjoyable, less stressful. When it's working and it's rolling in the way that we've designed it to, it really is going to help them. We need everyone's support to do that. You know, it's critical that Lumia is not something that costs to teachers. They already have to pay for so many things outside from their own pockets just to be able to teach and provide what they need for their students. And we don't need to add another item to their pocketbooks. These teachers put their whole heart and soul into creating something that they know that they would use. And so if there's anything that you think that you can contribute, don't be afraid to reach out. We'll find a way to use your partnership. It takes all of us to support these teachers.
The good news is Lumia will be available tomorrow to all of our partner school districts and available to Pima County teachers by the end of the year. So that's definitely a good thing. But it's not going to stop there. Starting in 2026, Lumia is going to open to Arizona counties until it's available statewide. Now, it's our commitment to make sure that Lumia is available to all Arizona teachers at no cost. So now is your chance to support Lumia and all TVT programs. So I speak firsthand at knowing that TVT is important to Arizona, and it's unique in its mission to elevate the teaching field. TVT relies entirely on grants and donations, and I know that they would appreciate it if everyone in this room could take a few minutes and show their appreciation. So if you could take out your cell phones right now, and you see there's the screen behind me, there's a QR code there. Now you have the once you go, you get your camera, you open it up, and you kind of put it over the QR code, and you can just touch it. And it's going to bring up the option to go to a website. If you click that, then you could donate. Then you could go and donate there. And it would be incredible if everyone here could just do a little something, even if it's just $5. That would be such a great help to make sure that it gets to everybody here in Southern Arizona. So definitely a good thing. And now, while you're also completing your donation, I'd like to talk with a teacher. So if you don't mind, I'd like to call Jillian Powers. Can you please come on out so we can have a little chat? Yeah. Jillian Powers, everybody. Thank you for coming out here.
Absolutely.
Okay, so Jillian, I just wanted to see. I have to find out here. So, what do you teach and where?
I teach second grade at Douglas Elementary in Flowing Wells Unified School District.
Love it. I went to Flowing Wells.
Woo!
Yeah. Okay, so how does TVT support you as a teacher?
So before I got involved with the board, TVT gave me scholarships to complete my national board certification. Wow. They have a really great program if you are looking for any sort of professional development that, you know, there's great professional development out there, but sometimes it just really does cost a lot to get to. And so they have a program where you can apply for those scholarships to get going. I also won multiple of the supply drive gift cards. So I always had my TVT discount card, but then as they started rolling out these gift card giveaways, I have everyone I know, I'm like, sign up, you're gonna get it, it's awesome. And through the direction of Dr. Hill, they have really they've asked us, what are the things you need? And so, especially with Jonathan's closing down, unfortunately, they made it possible to get gift cards for the things that we actually need as teachers.
Now, I love that you get to have all the discount cards and all the extra things that you've done. That's amazing. But I do want to ask you, just in your classroom, how has TVT made an impact on you in the classroom as a teacher?
It can be really challenging to be a teacher in this current landscape, and knowing that we have community support just makes everything so much better. So TVT has been great at connecting me with business leaders and individuals who can come in and speak to my students or help out my colleagues with things that they are looking for. And it's really just, it's just great to know that we have a whole community behind us, especially on those days where it feels a little bit tough.
Sometimes it just helps to know that you have somebody on your side that has your back, right?
Absolutely.
Well, thank you so much, Jillian. Everybody give it up for Jillian. Thank you so much for your support.
Thank you.
As you can see, right from Jillian's mouth right there, as you can see, TVT is making a really big difference for our teachers, and any kind of donation that you can make would be a great help to more teachers like her. So, in the Spirit of Education Award, we got to talk about that. It was first established by Southern Arizona Leadership Council and Tucson's business community in 2011. Now that year, Raytheon was celebrating its 60th anniversary, and the award was very fitting as a tribute to thank them for their significant contribution to education in our community and for their strong support for Tucson Values teachers. Now, based on that success of the event, the business community and TVT went on to present the award annually to other business organizations or individuals who've dedicated significant time, volunteers, and resources to support education. Now, past recipients include Jim Click Automotive Team, Sunt Construction, Dave Sitton, Tucson Electric Power, Cox Communication, Thomas R. Brown Foundation, and Pima Federal Credit Union, Freeport McMoran, General Ron Schupman, Helios Education Foundation, and Raytheon Missiles and Defense, Mr. Gary Brav, and J.P. Morgan Chase. Those are just a few. Now, Tucson Values Teachers is honored to present this year's Spirit of Education Award to O'Reilly Chevrolet. They are a true supporter of education in the Tucson region. O'Reilly Chevrolet has been instrumental in supporting Tucson Values teachers and teachers throughout southern Arizona. Please enjoy this video.
Rob Draper, I'm the general manager and dealer here at O'Reilly Chevrolet. It's a real honor and privilege for O'Reilly Chevrolet to be part of this event this evening and to be recognized for the Spirit of Education Award. You know, I have a lot of fellow employees and friends there this evening, and it's so exciting that you can all get together to celebrate this together. I want to personally congratulate all of the winners of this year's Raytheon Leaders in Education Awards and every other great dedicated teacher in Tucson and Southern Arizona for what you do every day. You were asking me what motivates O'Reilly Chevrolet to support local education. I think there's several layers to that. First, I'd say that's just kind of what car dealerships do. You know, we know that we thrive because of the community, and so it's our sort of obligation in return to do what we can to help the community thrive. And Tucson's lucky that way, that we still have a good number of locally owned car dealerships that understand that dynamic and are charitable and connected to the community. So I think that's kind of unique for a city our size. Then beyond that, I'd say it's just always been a priority for our company going back to our founding more than 100 years ago. I think in particular of an art contest that our founder Frank O'Reilly used to host in the 1930s and 1940s, where he would take Tucson High art students and let them create posters of the latest Chevy models. And then somebody, I guess, would judge them, and the winner would receive a small monetary prize, but more importantly, then their poster would hang in the showroom for the coming year. And apparently that became a great tradition. And even to this day, some of those works are on display as kind of a permanent collection in our Corvette Cafe just behind me here. And then thirdly, I'd say it's kind of just personal, you know, for so many of our employees and customers, just like everyone in the audience tonight, like everybody has a connection to teachers and teaching somehow. Both of my parents were teachers. My wife Amy's mom, Bobby O'Reilly, was an elementary school teacher. It goes on and on. I see it so, you know, prevalent in our company. One that's always top of mind for me, our commercial and fleet manager, Zachary Harper. His life partner was Rosemary Rosas, who I have to think was probably the most beloved, admired teacher and administrator in the history of Sunnyside School District, if not in the history of local education everywhere. We're so grateful to be part of TVT, to give us a vehicle and a channel for continuing to tell teachers how important they are. I accept the award on behalf of all of the employees and customers and friends of O'Reilly Chevrolet.
Tucson Values teachers would like to present the Spirit of Education Award to Chris Hollicomb, General Sales Manager, and members of the O'Reilly Chevrolet team. Congratulations. Thank you. Thank you very much. Do you want to say something? Yeah. Come on, go ahead.
Thank you. Thank you. Rob Draper asked me to give a few words. Those are some big shoes to fill. Woo. Our management team, who's here tonight, accepts this award gratefully on behalf of all of our employees, our customers, and community partners who understand the tremendous value that our teachers bring to our kids and to our community. Tonight's event is called Stand Up for Teachers. And we at O'Reilly Chevrolet, of course, are happy to be a part of it. So, we're gonna have some fun. I'd like to take a minute and just try something. So, in this congregation we have here, will you please stand if you work for O'Reilly Chevrolet? Or if you know someone that does, please stand up for us. Right on, there's my gang. Yeah. Now, remain standing for me, please. How about if you ever worked for O'Reilly Chevrolet, if you know someone that has worked for O'Reilly Chevrolet? Anybody? There we go. Being part of this community so long, we just figured there had to be at least a few. All right? Please stand. Here's one. Will you please stand if you ever own a car purchased from O'Reilly Chevrolet? Yeah, now we're talking. Right on. If you're still seated and you admire teachers, will you please stand? There we go. Yeah, make it easy on me. Very, very nice. Now that you're standing, will you please join me and O'Reilly Chevrolet in giving a big standing ovation for Dr. Teresa Hill and everyone at Tucson Value Teachers for all the winners tonight of Raytheon's Leaders in Education Awards and every other teacher in our community doing their best to educate our kids. Thank you. Thank you. Woohoo! Thank you.
Chris Hollicombe, everyone. Congratulations to O'Reilly Chevrolet, and thank you so much for your commitment to educators here in Arizona. All right, so our award sponsor this evening is Raytheon. This is the 10th year that TVT has partnered with Raytheon to recognize outstanding Southern Arizona teachers with this prestigious award. And it was a rigorous process. It included over 250 nominations and 90 applications, letters of recommendations, and an interview and oral presentation. So will members of Raytheon Leaders in Education Award Committee please stand up for a very much deserved round of applause? Where are you guys at? Everybody stand up. Yes. Yes. Thanks to the selection committee, we narrowed the field to 12 finalists. It was difficult, but we made it happen. Thanks to Raytheon, our awardees will receive a check for $2,500. Yeah. And their respective schools will also receive an additional check for $2,500. Yeah. And the 8 finalists will receive $500. Everybody's a winner here. Also, thanks to Arizona K-12, all 12 finalists will receive scholarships valued up to over $3,000 to earn national board certification. And thanks to Treasures for Teachers, all 12 finalists will receive a 1-year membership to Treasures for Teachers with a basket of school supplies. And we also have to thank MindPlay, as all 4 awardees will receive a 1-year membership to MindPlay, which is a software to support reading intervention that's valued at over $4,000. To recognize these exceptional educators, please welcome Dr. Mary Stack Khan, and Talent Development and Learning for Raytheon and TVT President.
Thank you, Dee, and thank you all for being here. This is a wonderful moment for Raytheon. It's our opportunity to really recognize the outstanding teachers in Pima County. We are so excited about this. And the Tucson Values Teachers and the award program are really important components of the emphasis that Raytheon places on education throughout the communities where we conduct business, where our customers are, and most importantly, where our employees and their families live and work. So thank you for that. For this award, we look for candidates who are achieving outstanding classroom performance, demonstrating leadership in their schools and communities, and supporting their peers in the teaching profession. That is a really important piece to this. So, let's get started. Please help me in welcoming Lindsay Lara, our 2024 Raytheon Leader in Education Pre-K awardee, in helping me to recognize the finalists in the Early Education Division.
Thank you, Mary. I'm happy to be here.
Absolutely. I am so glad. So, I want to ask you, what's it been like being a Raytheon Leader in Education awardee? How have you influenced others?
After being awarded this recognition, I have been reminded that my passion for my personal continued learning obviously exists in other professionals around me. I've been eager to share more professional development resources, revamping my own teaching, and how I approach my profession, working with young children with disabilities and delays. I like to share what I'm learning by providing professional development to not only my colleagues, but also paraprofessionals district-wide.
Thank you for sharing that. I am really glad to hear that the award has helped you in influencing others. So, will you introduce our first finalist?
I sure will. Our first finalist in the Raytheon Leader in Education Awards Early Education Division is Mary Markley.
Woo!
Mary has been teaching for 27 years and is currently a kindergarten teacher at Push Ridge Christian Academy Grammar Campus in the Push Ridge Christian Academy.
Our next early education finalist is Selena Morales. Here she comes. Selena has been teaching for 25 years and is currently a kindergarten teacher at Carrillo K-5 Magnet School in Tucson Unified School District.
Our final Early Education Raytheon Leader in Education Award finalist is Ashley Manley Watson. Ashley has been teaching for 19 years, currently teaching first grade at Innovation Academy and Amphitheater Public Schools.
Now let's take a few minutes to learn a little bit more about our early education finalists.
My name is Mary Markley. I'm a kindergarten teacher at Push Ridge Christian Academy Grammar School. I have been teaching for 27 years. This is my 6th year here at this school. Initially, I pursued fashion merchandising, went into retail, worked in that field for about a year, and realized it was not fulfilling me the way that I wanted to be fulfilled. I had taught Sunday school and worked with kids. I come from a long line of teachers, and I was not going to be one. But God had a different plan, and He brought me around and brought me back to teaching. I went back and got my post-degree in education, and I have never looked back.
Mary is such an asset to our community. She is so kind and loving, and she is just such a warm presence for everybody, not only her students and her families, but even to our faculty and staff.
We get to do some projects with her sometimes when we don't know like that stuff. So we Mrs. Markley helps us sometimes, and me and Lily got the same shoes.
Oh,
but
very
they're
cute.
kind of different.
I like those shoes. Do you think that she should get that award?
Well, if she doesn't have to do any more competitions. I want to get her award if she wants to get a award.
A teacher leader is somebody who realizes she doesn't do it alone. It's a journey that we've learned from all of those who have gone before us. The ones we work with currently relies on others to help in times of just, if you need advice on something, you can lean on each other.
as well as being the one that reaches out when you see another teacher struggling, whether it be personal or academic or something in the classroom, realizing that sometimes it's more than academics and we have to reach out and see what else is going on in the family and how can we help and support them in their journey through the education process.
What's that again? We got it. Let's try it. What are you thinking?
Who's your teacher?
Miss Morales.
Miss Morales. And do you like her?
Yes.
Why do you like her?
It's because she's nice.
Selena Morales she is one of our teacher leaders here on campus, so she's wears a lot of different hats. Her heart is so big. She wants to make everything she does for the students in the school just as special as it can possibly be.
Hi, my name is Selena Morales. I have been teaching for 26 years now. I have taught K-5. I've been an interventionist, I've been a coach.
She's got a class of 26. It's a huge amount of students. And she's every year able to take that class and take these students who know nothing. And at the end of the year, they're highly proficient in reading, writing, math. The way that she inspires her community, she's the one they can go to feel grounded so that they can go back and deliver the best to their own students.
I like how we learn about our community helpers. We usually just draw our community helpers like police officers, firemen. We get to learn our letters.
I like the challenge. I like the challenge children. The ones that everyone's like, oh my goodness, they're here today and they're here every day, right? Those are the ones. I love those kids. Those are the kids that need us the most. They're the ones who you need to learn about them. You need to find out what's going on. And once you can connect with them, then they can give you so much more. One impact that I had really on a student was going to his home and getting to know his family and the hardships that they have. Once him and I connected, he just flourished and it was moving.
I'm Ashley Manley-Watson, and I teach at Innovation Academy, and I teach first grade. I've been teaching, this is my 19th year.
Ashley Manley-Watson was one of the first teachers hired here. She was our first primary teacher hired, and as she puts it, she creates great magic for her students, and it excites, engages them.
Sometimes she says if like we say you for the letter, she says, oh, you stinker, if it's in the word. She has like these funny jokes and I love her because she's so grateful, and when anybody gets hurt, then she will help them immediately. I love her and she is super nice, and she would be the best teacher for me, and I love her because she tells so much funny jokes and I love her. If I had any kind of teacher or any first grade teacher, it would be her because she's so loving and caring and I love her.
Okay, so I use a lot of humor. I find that if we can attach a feeling to learning, it's what makes it stick. When I am telling kids that C says K and H says H, and we put them together and they say Ch, well, that's not gonna stick. But if I tell them that C and H want to drive the train, and so they love to go ch, ch, choo, choo. If you attach a story, then a feeling, that's what makes it stick. So for me, it's either humor or using like even sadness or happiness, but telling the kids that attaching that feeling to the learning is what makes it stick in their minds.
let's give our 3 early education finalists one more round of applause. All right, Mary, would you like to open the envelope?
Oh, yes, here we go. Woo, 2 hands. All right. The 2025 Raytheon Leader in Education Award goes to Selena Morales.
I want to thank everyone. Oh my goodness, I didn't expect it. Thank you, Raytheon and Tucson Value teachers, and for all the sponsors, but for the teachers that are out here, they vanished, but they're amazing. They're amazing, and all you other teachers, oh my goodness. I can't believe I feel like I'm not at your level, but you guys are amazing. I learned so much about so many of you during those speeches, and it was just, I'm touched by all of you, and I'm thankful that I got to be a part of this. Thank you again for all your support, and my loving family, and my awesome staff, and my principal, Ms. Biddle. I love you all. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Lindsay. I'll take that. Or are you going to hand me the hand? Okay. So, wasn't that exciting? Don't you just love those videos? Oh my goodness. Oh. So, let's keep going. Please welcome Amy Lagara. She is our 2024 Raytheon Leader in Education Award Elementary awardee, and she is going to join me here tonight to help with the awards for the elementary division. Hi, Mary. All right.
Hi, Mary. I'm so excited to be here with you tonight.
Me too, me too. All right, I've got to ask you, what has this year been like? How has becoming a Raytheon Leader in Education awardee impacted you?
Well, thank you for asking. Becoming a Raytheon Leader in Education awardee has impacted me in a couple of ways. The first, it's renewed my passion to continue my leadership work in and out of the classroom. And the second way is that I got the opportunity to be on the advisory panel for Lumia and help design that unique and awesome tool to help teachers. So that's been very exciting.
Yes. So I'm very excited that this renewed your passion and gave you that extra influence to help other teachers. Please, would you introduce our first finalist?
I would love to. Our first Raytheon Leader in Education Award finalist in the Intermediate Elementary Division is Mandy Cordell.
Yeah.
Mandy has been teaching for 14 years and is currently teaching 4th grade at the Innovation Academy in Amphitheater Public Schools.
Our next intermediate elementary finalist is Ilaria Zilag. I just didn't want to interrupt you. Ilaria has been teaching for 11 years and is currently teaching 5th grade at Los Amigos Tech Academy in Sunnyside United School District.
And our final intermediate elementary finalist for the Raytheon Leader in Education Award is Jessica Leonard. Jessica has been teaching for 11 years and is currently teaching 6th grade at Butterfield Elementary in the Marana Unified School District.
It's a lot.
And now a video highlighting our 3 intermediate elementary Raytheon Leader in Education finalists.
name is Mandy Cordell. I teach 4th grade. I've been here at Innovation Academy since we opened, so this is our 9th year that we've been here. I first started in college. I was doing my major is in the sciences, and I just love like the creativity of it, exploring, asking questions. And I did take one education course when I was at NAU. Later on, after graduating, started a family. And from there, I figured out, I was like, I mean, I love the sciences, but it's the creativity part and asking questions and exploring part that I love. And that best fit into education. And I love doing that with children.
Mandy Cordell is one of my original 13 teachers when we opened our school 9 years ago. She has the leadership capabilities to really support other teachers and to listen when they have questions and to ask great questions back so she can support them as they're advancing their STEM teaching pedagogy.
And she makes learning really fun. I think she definitely deserves it. She works really hard and she's always nice to us. She does a lot of fun projects with us and she tells jokes in class sometimes. I like on Friday at the last hour we get to play arcade games that she has in our class. And also, I like all the drawing and fun projects we do and stuff.
And I always tell my kids the relevancy of things. It's always connected to something. Like we have pets in the classroom. And I tell them, truly, I don't have this pet because I can help take care of it. It's because you guys do the research, you guys do the work, you interview for your jobs. And I mean, all that just comes together and stuff, and they really love it.
My name is Ilaria Zilog, and I'm a 5th grade teacher here at Los Amigos. I've been teaching, this is my 11th year teaching. I actually student taught here when I was in college at the U of A, and I went home for 1 year, came back, and I've loved it ever since. And I've been in 5th grade for 10 years now.
Well, I've known Ilaria now for 6 years as the principal here at Los Amigos Technology Academy. And from the moment I met her, I knew that she was passionate, that she loved children genuinely, and that would go above and beyond for not just our students here, but our entire community. I know this is a big award and she's very deserving, as any principal, any building principal would advocate for their teacher, but I've seen her grow in ways that I am so proud of her.
Yeah, I really love her as a teacher. She is really nice. It's just she's technically like my school mom kind of. Hi, Ms. Elog. I hope you get that award and hope you get it for your family and for you. And it's a really big opportunity. Let's hope you get it.
I had this one student who now he would have graduated last year, rough home life, like very, very rough. And he came in and would take it out on either me or the kids, or just, I mean, he was just angry. Which after learning about his home life and what he had endured, it made sense. And we had moments throughout the year where I would have that connection with him. Like he passed the Azella test that year. I mean, it was like a roller coaster. I mean, those are the kids that stick with you that you think he's either gonna end up in juvie, he could end up dead. Like I thought, what's gonna happen with this kid if no one intervenes? Until 2 years ago, I went to one of the fast food restaurants around here and I see that face and I was like, and he recognized me immediately and he was like, Miss, do you remember me? And I was like, how can I forget you? And we just had this moment. He said, Miss, I'm not gonna graduate this year, but I'm gonna graduate next year. I messed around my freshman year and but I figured it out and I'm going to graduate. Will you be there? I'm like, yes. I just remember having this like breakdown in the car of like, oh my God. And I know it wasn't just me, right? He had teachers that I'm sure stepped in because somewhere, somehow he figured it out. But I know that at least for that 1 year that we made that connection, he remembered me and wants me there at his graduation because he knows, I mean, it was a tough year, but he made it out, you know what I mean? But the fact that he made it through, and I'm gonna see him, he's supposed to graduate this year. Can't wait to just hear his name and get that diploma in his hand and see that there's a future.
my name is Jessica Leonard. I teach 6th grade at Butterfield Elementary, and I've been a teacher for 11 years. Starting the very first day of every school year, I tell the kids that I love them, and they always look at me like I've got 10 heads, and why are you telling me that? And by the end of every single year, they tell me that they love me before I tell them.
So in education, when you've been at it for a while, you come across teachers that you just know deep down have it, and they have this with itness, they have this way about them in the classroom, they have this energy, and Jessica's just one of those teachers. You can come in anytime and there is just wonderful things happening. And so it's one of those things, like, it's selfish for me because when I'm in here, it's like, hey, this is really cool teaching. And what I know though, like the unselfish part is that her students are the beneficiary of just what a fantastic teacher she is.
She knows how to like work at and with us, and like know how to like make it sense for us, and if there's a different type of ways that someone thinks, she makes sure it gets get through it of what she's trying to say.
I love her so much. I think she's definitely like she's a great teacher. She like gets the job done but still like makes it fun, and I think she's like definitely like the definition of like fun.
I used to teach 4th grade, and I had a student who like the previous teachers were like, you're gonna wanna have your thumb on him immediately. As soon as he came into my classroom, I just tried to start building a relationship with him. And that 4th grade year was the first year that he won Student of the Month, and also the first time that he went a whole year without any behavior notices.
And congratulations to all the Raytheon Leader in Education Award Intermediate Elementary finalists. Would you do the honors?
I would love to.
They're hard to open. She's found a better way. Yes. There we go.
Okay. And the winner of the 2025 Raytheon Leaders in Education Award goes to Jessica Leonard. Thank you, Drew.
I'm not really sure how to pull this one off, but I'm so appreciative of, first of all, the two wonderful teachers who I got to stand alongside in this process, Raytheon Tucson Values teachers, and everyone who is willing to be here tonight. I'm here because of so many teachers who impacted my life so positively over my life, and I just hope that I can be even half the teacher they ever were for me. I want to thank my people who are here. My godmother, Celine, is here, and she is the sole reason I'm a teacher. She's a retired principal, and she saved my life with education, so I just appreciate that so much. My mom is my #1 hype woman. You heard her a couple of times, so I'll go ahead and thank her next. She's my entire heart. She's my best friend, and she's everything in my world. My administrative staff, you guys have been supportive since day one. Mr. Bain, you gave me a home, I guess 8 years ago as a teacher at Butterfield, and I'll never be able to thank you enough for that. Mr. Tidwell for always believing in me and allowing me to find my passions. Miss Dunn for always pumping me up, even whenever I think I don't deserve it. And for Raymond, my love, you are the greatest educator I've ever seen. You've supported students, colleagues, and most especially athletes. So thank you all so much, and I can't believe I did this. So thank you. Thank you so much.
It's It's pretty wonderful, huh? Yeah. All right. So, that one trips me up. I want to now introduce Ethne Taylor. She is our 2024 Raytheon Leader in Education Award. You're going to hear that so many times. Middle school awardee from last year. So would you please, she's going to help me recognize the middle school teachers. Here's Ethne Taylor.
Thank you, Mary. It feels like it was just yesterday that I was up here receiving this award.
Yes, doesn't it? And really, it does feel like that. Time really flies. So I have that question for you. Tell us what receiving a Raytheon Leader in Education Award, why it's important.
Receiving this award is important because it allows teachers to be seen for all the amazing work that they do. We all know teachers go above and beyond every day for their profession, whether this is helping their students, mentoring their colleagues, working within their district, collaborating with others. Teachers have a drive to help others succeed.
All right, well, thank you. I know recognizing these teachers is inspiring to all of us. So let's continue. So our first middle school Raytheon Leader in Education awardee finalist is Patrick Kelly. Patrick has been teaching for 20 years and is currently teaching humanities and social studies at Miles Exploratory Learning Center. Your turn. In the Tucson Unified School District.
Our next middle school Raytheon Leader in Education finalist is Melissa Dwyer. Melissa has been teaching for 8 years, currently teaching 8th grade math at Esmond Station K-8 school in the Vail School District.
And our final middle school Raytheon Leader in Education Award finalist is Sarah Mora. There she is. Sarah has been teaching for 15 years and is currently teaching 8th grade career technology education and digital media at Wrightson Ridge K-8 school in the Sarita Unified School District.
My name is Patrick Kelly. I've been teaching just about 20 years. I teach social systems. Really, I consider myself a humanities teacher because I've taught ELA my whole career too. It seemed like when I was looking for a new career, like teachers are like artists. Like our classroom is our gallery and our audience is our kids.
Kids are excited to go to his class. We have, a range of classes that kids go to, and naturally they have their subjects that they have an affinity for or teachers that they have made a connection with. And Patrick is one that I hear from a lot of kids about. Outside of the school day, you can see him at the basketball and volleyball games. That's our current season right now. And when I'm out there cheering on kids and being newer to this school as a principal, he's been along the sidelines telling me a little bit about families and their backgrounds and siblings and returning students. So he also has a lot of institutional knowledge about the families at our school.
He has a very funny sense of humor. We can also be silly in there as well. During tough conversations, he'll always bring the light back into the room. So
he's just such an amazing teacher, and he really I feel like it's really easy to get close to him too. He's really he's a teacher and a friend who's really fun to learn from.
I don't know, I love it when kids that I've taught in the past come to me. And why is it always the problem kids? It's always the kids that you're like, come on, dude, let's get it together. And then years later, that kid will come to me and they will just be like, Mister, I can't tell you how much it mattered. You really made a difference. That happens to me regularly. I'm from Tucson originally, and as someone who's getting older, it's really great to see those generations come by and those kids see me on the street or they check in with me through social media or something, and they let me know, and that's real special.
Yeah.
I'm Melissa Dwyer, and I teach 8th grade here at Esmond Station. And I've been teaching middle school this is my 6th year with 8th grade. Altogether, I've been teaching 13 years. As cliche as it sounds, my favorite moments is when they get something, when something finally clicks, and there's been struggle, especially in math, when they're not understanding something and we go over it multiple times, and I can finally see that light going on, like, oh, I get it now. I get it and I understand it, it makes sense.
Melissa Dwyer, teaching 8th grade here at Esmond Station. She has such an impact. She came from an elementary background, and when we interviewed her at the job fair many years ago, we thought she's gonna connect with middle schoolers, and we were so correct in that. She connects like no other with her wit in our middle school students.
She's really hardworking, you know, she's very patient, trustworthy, like I said. Just overall a great person, you know. I think she strives to do a lot of things that most people don't, especially in the teaching aspect of it. And so I think that's a really big part of why she should get it.
Thank you for doing what you did. You made the most fun class.
These students, this generation, I feel like has a very short attention span. So I like to keep things short, like do engaging things. We'll start with a warm-up, some sort of game or activity, and then I like giving the lesson. We'll practice just something in small increments so it doesn't feel like that whole class period we're just doing, it's me up there talking at them. I also really enjoy working with other teachers. I like collaborating on things with other teachers on my campus and other campuses, other math teachers, other curriculums. It really means that we're teacher leaders.
Sarah Mora, and I teach career and technical education and digital media at Wrightson Ridge School in Sa Juanita, Arizona. I've been teaching for 15 years. I chose teaching as a career because I love helping people and I love talking. So in high school, I had this amazing math teacher, Mr. Tingle, and I had this amazing US history teacher, Mr. Post, and I realized that I fell in love with those subjects, not necessarily because I love those subjects, but because I loved being with those teachers, and they had built a really strong relationship with me.
You know, everyone knows Miss Mora. She is the go-to for everything. A question comes up and it's like, I bet I know who can answer that question. So she is definitely just someone for every answer to every question. She connects people, and that's what we love about Miss Mora.
What I like about Miss Mora is she's very easy to talk to, and she's one of my favorite teachers because I've had her since 6th grade, and I've just joined her class ever since because she's just pretty cool.
I like that she's pretty funny to us, and she's really good at teaching too. Also, a lot of her things are pretty visual since we have materials in our classroom. Oh, I like how she she checks in on everyone, right? And whenever she offers us criticism, I never feel bad. She's trying to help me. I never feel like she's trying to bring me down.
I engage my students by taking it back to the real world. So we talk a lot about workplace norms, and we talk a lot about if I was your boss, how would you behave? We talk a lot about in the real world, these are the skills you need. So when we do things, when we do projects, it's very much let's do the real world things. So that's why I love teaching media, because I tell them, even though you're young, you're still a storyteller. Even though you're young, you're learning real life skills that are going to benefit you for the future, that people everywhere are using. So I always try to take it back to the real world.
Okay.
They moved our words.
Mary,
yes.
Would you like to open the envelope?
Yes, I would. Yes, I would. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the 2025 Raytheon Leader in Education Award goes to Sarah Mora. The handy husband, all right.
Thank you so much. I had to ask my husband to be my assistant. Okay, let me find the thing. Okay. I want to take a moment to thank Raytheon, Tucson Values teachers, and the judging committee, and all of tonight's sponsors for this amazing award. And I just feel so blessed and honored to have been selected as the middle school awardee. As someone who believes deeply in the power of stories, I see this award not as my story alone, but as a chapter written together with every student, colleague, and family that I've worked alongside. I want to take a moment to thank my parents who are here tonight for raising me to be who I am. My mom is my role model, and without her, I would not be the person I am today. So, or be half the person I turned out to be because of her. So I want to dedicate half of this award to you, Mom. You're the best. Yes, and then I want to say thank you to my favorite student. I'm allowed to say that because he's my son, Michael, for your love and support throughout my career. I'm sorry that I couldn't choose you for the video, but you know there's bias involved, right? So I'm so proud of who you are and who you're growing up to be. I want to say thank you to my husband who nominated me and has put up with all my long nights and my obsession with being a teacher, and I'm always working and lesson planning and all the things. So, gracias mi vida por tu chicken or tu apoyo. So, bilingual joke. I want to say thank you to Darlene Robinson, who is our assistant superintendent, for being a huge part of my teaching story. Today on my Facebook memories, I saw my status that said, so yeah, I don't want to be a middle school teacher anymore. Give me 6th grade any day. And that was all because I was placed in her 6th grade class. So thank you so much, Ms. Robinson. And then, I'm so sorry, I'm very long-winded because I like to talk. So, but I also want to say thank you to Shelly Lizardi, who is my current principal, who believed in me and empowered me and gave me the autonomy to be the middle school teacher that I am today. Thank you so much. I love you dearly, Shelly. Thank you for all you've done for me. And then thank you to my friends and colleagues who came with me today, Lily, Esther, Michelle, I appreciate you, and anyone else who I maybe didn't see. Thank you so much. This award reminds me that our best chapters are still ahead, and we continue to create classrooms filled with curiosity, compassion, and courage. To the amazing group of teachers who were finalists, thank you so much for sharing your stories. I look forward to connecting more with you, and I'm honored to be associated with each and every one of you. So here's to the storytellers, the educators, who remind every student that their voice matters and their story is worth telling. Thank you so much.
Wow. All right. Well, thank you. Thank you. That was wonderful. Now, please welcome Danielle Schroeder, our 2024 Raytheon Leader in Education High School awardee. She's going to help me in recognizing the finalists in the high school division.
Thank you, and what an honor and incredible year it's been last year as the Raytheon Leader in Education Award winner.
Yes, and it has been, and I'm really glad it was an incredible year for you. So, of course, you know, I have the question, right? Tell us, what has becoming a Raytheon Leader in Education awardee meant to you?
Well, being a Raytheon Leader in Education awardee meant that I felt respected and seen for my efforts by the larger Tucson community. I'm honored to have been chosen for this award and to be able to participate in events with Tucson Values teachers.
Yes, thank you. That is wonderful. And so, are we ready? Okay. The first Raytheon Leader in Education finalist in the high school division is Marion Smith. You can take the next one. Sorry about that.
Marion has been teaching for 15 years and is currently teaching history at Flowing Wells High School in the Flowing Wells Unified School District.
The next high school Raytheon Leader in Education finalist is Renee Shane Boyd. Renee is currently teaching instrumental music at Catalina Foothills High School in the Catalina Foothills Unified School District and has been teaching for 42 years. Please give her a round of applause.
And last but definitely not least is Raytheon Leader in Education high school finalist, Carrie Kelly. Carrie has been a teacher for 8 years, is currently teaching English and English Learning Development at Flowing Wells High School in the Flowing Wells Unified School District.
My name is Marian Smith. I teach at Flowing Wells School District High School. I teach all AP US History, and this is my 15th year teaching. I really like kids, and I've always loved history. I've had a really unique opportunity when I was younger to have a lot of really good teachers that helped me to grow as a person.
Marian is relatively new to our faculty. She came with us within the last 5 years, but in that short amount of time, she's really built a space for herself within our faculty as a leader.
She asks questions a lot, so she tries to get us to find the answer before actually just telling us, and she tries her best to actually have us understand and make the connections instead of just asking do you guys get it and then moving on. She was always my #1 supporter in that class. Everything that I've told her that I think I've thought about doing, especially this year with senior year, she's always been my #1 supporter and been you can do it, if you ever need anything, I'm here. She's always willing to be there, even if you just want to talk about some high school problems. She's just she was a parental figure here. I love her.
I engage them by trying to change everything that they're doing every 10 minutes. So I try to engage them by asking them questions, trying to get them to look, since I'm in history, I have a lot of opportunities for them to look at different primary and secondary sources. My overall goal is to prepare them for the AP test, but that's one thing I do is just I have them kind of change what they're doing every 10 minutes. I have them work together a lot in groups, so they think, pair, share a lot. And then in those moments where they're talking with their peers, that gives me a lot of opportunity to kind of work with them one-on-one and figure out what they're not understanding, help them to connect the information better, and just kind of assess their learning overall.
My name is Renee Shane Boyd. I'm a band teacher here at Catalina Foothills High School. I've been teaching in the Catalina Foothills District since 1983. This is my 43rd year in the district, and I've been at the high school since it opened in 1992. Well, music was the thing I loved and what engaged me when I was in school. And as a young child, 6th grade, I thought I would love to do this all day.
She has a really good sense of humor. Sometimes she'll seem really serious, outside, with the rest of the band, but she really does have a really cool sense of humor. I think she should get the award because I think her commitment to the activity has just been so great. I can't think of anyone in my whole life that's put so much time into one specific thing.
It's not just oh, we're here for band, we're here to get it done, we're here to win an award. She doesn't care about the awards. She honestly just cares to make sure that the kids have fun, to make sure that we do it to the best of our ability.
I think the #1 thing about Miss Shane Boyd is her experience and her expertise. She's widely considered to be one of the greatest music teachers in Arizona. She's part of many national and state music teacher organizations. She has a clear vision for the program at our school, and she's had that vision for decades. She's a powerful presence in the classroom. She's highly respected, and she has this incredible ability to organize people and resources around that vision.
When you're working with students, and working on leadership with them, I think it's about service. I think about helping them to see how what they do is going to be of service to others, because that's where it serves you as a leader as well.
My name is Carrie Kelly. I teach English language development and a junior science fiction English class here at Flowing Wells High School. This is my 8th year of teaching, and I've been at Flowing Wells for 5 years.
I don't know how to explain it, but he's very like warm. And he's like, I don't know, he's just like really like, he's got like a soothing voice. Like it's like, he's like if ASMR was like a person, if that makes sense.
Mr. Kelly is also a relatively new addition to our faculty. He really has become a leader amongst our faculty as a champion for students who have some different needs than our typical students. He has, with his energy and his organization ability and his passion for making sure that every student gets the same opportunity, he's really kind of changed our English learner department, and he has in a lot of positive ways, in addition to our English department.
Principalmente nos enseña como los temas, pero lo que me gusta mucho de él es que cada semana miramos un tema en particular y se enfoca mucho de todo lo que tenga que ver, de sus ramas, definiciones, conceptos. Thank you, Mr. Kelly, for supporting us and keep teaching another student and never say I can't if you haven't tried.
Being a teacher leader is, it definitely requires looking beyond the four walls of your classroom and thinking about not just what do my kids need, but what do all of our kids need? What does maybe our community need? It's hard to accomplish that in the 9 to 5 of a teacher or the 7 to 4 of a teacher, whatever it might be. But I think that being a leader requires that kind of awareness and a willingness to try to resolve that which exists beyond just their own class.
Congratulations to all the high school Raytheon Leader in Education Award finalists. So, Din, here you go.
Oh,
Would you do the, I helped.
Yeah, thank you. Okay. And the 2025 Raytheon Leaders in Education Award goes to Renee Shane Boyd.
Well, thank you so much to Tucson Values teachers and Raytheon for this opportunity for all of us tonight. It's truly an honor to be with all of these teachers who have been nominated and reached this point in the process, but not only that, for all the teachers here in the audience as well. It's wonderful to achieve this kind of recognition, but I think we all know that none of us do it by ourselves, and so in some ways it's a little awkward as well, because we know without those of you around us all the time, our family, our friends, our colleagues, our administrators, our district, and the support they give us, and most importantly, those incredible students that we work with on a daily basis, it would not be nearly as rewarding. So thank you all so much, and thank you all for being here to support all of us tonight.
Thank you for this. Thank you for being here, for all these wonderful, wonderful teachers. Let's give them another round of applause. It is my honor to turn things back to Dr. Teresa Hill.
Okay, so of course I have to say congratulations to the 4 awardees. Let's give them a round of applause again. And I'm super proud of them, but I have to say that I'm super proud of all 12 awardees. As you could see by the videos, they are all amazing. So let's give them all a round of applause. I don't get to pick. I let other people do that. But I can tell you that being in the room and hearing the discussions, it was not an easy decision. There was a lot of conversations, and it was neck and neck in each division. So congratulations to all 12. Congratulations to the 4 of you. And I look forward to working with you all in the future so that you can help us continue to support and celebrate teachers and really make a difference. So I have the pleasure of sharing some great news with you. Thanks to a generous donor, I'm excited to add a bonus. So one of our 4 awardees will be given a chance to win the Jim Click raffle tickets, 250 raffle tickets. And the raffle drawing will be on December 11th. Prizes consist of the 2020 Kia Carnival Hybrid. You might have seen it, Prestige, outside by the parking lot. Also, 2 round trip tickets to anywhere in the world, and a $5,000 prize. So 3 wonderful prizes. We're so thankful for Mr. Click. He lets us have this, this raffle, and TVT gets 100% of the proceeds. So if you haven't bought your tickets, don't be afraid, you still have time. But now, for the 250 tickets, the 4 awardees' names were put in a hat and randomly selected. And the recipient of the 240 tickets is, give me a drum roll, Selena Morales. Selena, stand up. Congratulations. We wish you the best of luck, and we hope you win the car. Yes. All right, at this time, I'd like to call Dee back to the stage with me.
Wow, what a wonderful night to honor all these incredible champions for education, right? Yes.
I know I'm inspired. But before we wrap up, we have a couple of things to cover. So first, if you won a silent auction item, you should have received an email. So please stop by, check your emails, and if you won, stop by the silent auction table in the lobby to show your email, give them your program, the number that you won, and you can collect your prize. Also, if you purchased a raffle ticket, you can go to the end of the program in your e-program and check to see if you won. So there's a button there, put your numbers in, and it'll tell you if you won anything. And if you want anything, go to the raffle tables in the lobby, give them your item number, and you can redeem your prize.
And keep in mind, too, that if you haven't donated tonight during the presentation, there's no worries at all. Donations to TVT can actually be given through the button on the last page of tonight's e-program, or you can even go to TVT's website. It's TucsonValuesTeachers.org.
That's right, Dee. Teachers, I have to say we respect you. We value the work that you do, and know that Tucson Values Teachers will invest each dollar to support you. Great teachers, successful students, prosperous communities. That's what TVT is all about.
Now, so become a champion for Arizona teachers, and let's make sure that that energy that we've had here tonight doesn't end here, because it takes all of us to work together to elevate to the teaching profession. So thank you all for everything that you do. And as you leave the event tonight, be sure to pick up your swag bag. They're sitting out there for you. And thanks to our generous sponsors, there's some really great stuff, including a free car wash from Mr. Car Wash. And I can tell you, we have no rain in the forecast until next weekend. So you can use that. Go wash your car. And then also, I want to say thank you so much for attending and standing up for teachers. And we really appreciate you all being here. One more time, let's give it up for all the teachers. You guys really do make the biggest difference. Thank you so much, everyone, and have a wonderful evening.
Thank you all. Good night.